Hello, Facebook. Hello, YouTube. Looks like we're doing okay. Happy Thursday, everybody. Are you ready for a challenge? I've got a challenge for you. We're doing a featured stamper challenge. Anybody from my craft social recognize this little bag in a box? Give you a minute to find me. I'm going to look for myself on another device here so I can watch for comments. All right, you guys. I keep wanting to say happy Friday. Not quite yet, right? When you get here, say hey. I see Facebook, all right. There we go. Hey, guys. Let's see about YouTube. Hey, Kathy. Yes. Comments are working. That's awesome. Can you hear me now? Hey, Jen. Jen says hello from Washington on YouTube. Bonnie says, good afternoon. Thumbs up and shared. Hey, thank you. Help me find my people, you guys. It's such a simple way to help me find my people. You like, share, thumbs up, do the reactions, email the link, post it in the groups as long as you've got permission, of course. And share. It's so awesome. Thank you, Bonnie, for sharing. Hey, Stacy. Bonnie says, happy Halloween. Scary Boo Day to you guys. Bonnie says, sharing is caring. It sure is. Hey, Jenny. Jenny's from Brooklyn, New York. Hey, Jenny, I'm glad you're here. All right, I'm trying to find myself on a second device on YouTube. Everything's looking good on my first device, though. I'm looking for my people on Facebook. How are you guys doing? Give me some comments there. Hey, Jan. Happy Thursday. All right, so our project today is Bag and Box. And it's also a featured stamper challenge. So if you guys are familiar with our craft social, it's our group on Facebook. It's linked in the description below. It's a fun place to stay and play. We've got a wonderful community of amazing people who love to share Stampin' Up! Ideas with their supplies or share ideas with their Stampin' Up! Supplies. So if you're looking for a fun crafty outlets, if you want to make new friends, you need inspiration, accountability, we have a challenge every week. Come check us out in the craft social. It's a really great place. And we have a challenge every Thursday. So this Thursday's challenge is this bag in a box. I cased my friend Pam Kowitz, if you're listening to me on the sound of my voice or on the replay, thank you for a great idea. Pam made a bag in a box for a shower, and I loved her sunflower version and just from the picture decided to case it. I think her box is more square and mine's a little bit more rectangle, but we've got a little treat bag here. This is a medium clear envelope from Stampin' Up! And your paper trimmer is perfect for cutting the adhesive right off the top. And then you've got a clear bag. This clear bag is the perfect size for some goodies. And then I just crinkle up the top and tied it with some of the center stripe ribbon. This is an online exclusive from Stampin' Up! I love this center stripe ribbon. Let me show you that one. And then we're going to make the little box for the tree bag. Now, this is really cute. You can put a tag on here. That'd be really cute. But this box is made to fit those treats and look really super cute. Not only is it super cute, it's super cute coming and going. Look at the back of that. And that is just adorable. All right, so that's our challenge for this week. I want to see what you can do with Pam's bag in a box. Now, I did the medium clear envelope. I filled it with, I've got a Ghirardelli caramel apple square and a Ghirardelli pumpkin spice square. Some Werther's original cinnamon. I've seen all of these at Walmart. That's where I got my Ghirardelli squares. This is the bag if you're looking for them. Really, really cool fall treats. This would be really pretty on your Thanksgiving table or on everybody's desk at the office next month. If you're going to buy a whole bag of each of these delicious fall Candies, why not share with your friends? And this is a really cute way to do it. These Werther's Original Cinnamon Cream Soft Caramels are a limited edition. And that's my treats. I picked them all up at Walmart, except for the Werther's Original. I saw them there, but Jan gave me that bag, so dress them up like that. All right, so you have, today is Thursday, October 31st, and you have until November 5th, which is a Tuesday, to participate in the challenge and be considered for prize patrol. There are prizes every week in the craft social and they're just kind of done at random. We like to just do them kind of randomly and just encourage everybody's participation, really. But there are prizes, and you can do this little dude anytime between now and Tuesday to be considered. You don't have to do it a bag in a box. If you find something else that fits in this, it's about 3 by 3 3/4 by 1 1/4. So if you find something else that fits and looks really great, we want to know. I think this could be kind of cute, like we did last week with the packet. We had a hot cocoa. So maybe like a noodle soup and a wooden spoon and a little tissue pack. You don't have to do exactly what I do. Pick a different theme, pick a different bundle, pick a different treat. The only thing we want to see is that you used the Stampin' Up! Supplies in something that is similar to this. This is the measurements that I came up with. I don't know if this is Pam's measurements. I think Pam's looks a little bit more square. I pinned hers on the craft social, so you guys can take a look. It's in the featured section, and give it a try and share with us. All right, let me see some comments and we'll get started. This little template will be included in a printable project sheet with the measurements, instructions, supplies, everything you need to recreate this, and we'll have that on the blog for you as soon as possible. Let's see. Mozart 869 says, so cute. Hey, thank you. I'm glad you're here. Hey, Christina. Oh dear, that's so cute. Isn't that fun? It's just a cute little treatise. Now, if you were really in a hurry, you could maybe just put a little leaf on there. How cute would that be? Or if you had to make a lot of them. So if you need a lot of, maybe you're like me. When I used to host Thanksgiving, I'd have 16 or 18 in my office for dinner, and then like 9 to 12 in the kitchen for dinner. So we'd have like adults and kids tables. And so sometimes I had, 30 plus people. And so if you got a lot of them to make, this is a really cute idea, and just put a cute little leaf or two on. Adorable, right? But if you want to do a little bit more, this bag in a box idea was really cute. And check out Pam's shower favors. They were adorable. Totally inspired me. Totally inspired this idea. She's our featured stamper this week. And the inspiration for our challenge. Julie says, good afternoon, friend. Great to see you today. I'm happy to see you today, too. Started out really rainy here, and now it's just shiny, but very windy. I can't wait to go out for some fresh air. Mozart 869 says it would be cute for a get well packet, or a little pocket with a roll of Halls, or a tissue, a packet of noodle soup, and a wooden spoon, or a pack of cocoa and a cookie or an oatmeal pie or something. We did an apple spice box a few weeks ago, and I put the instant cider and an apple pie in there. So it's 1 1/4 inch, so you can fit quite a bit in here. You could stuff your bag. I got the thickness of 2 Ghirardelli squares and then these lumpy caramels, and it fits just fine. So you got a lot of room to play with and some fun ideas there. You could do a different bag. Maybe a paper treat bag. Stampin' Up! Has had some really interesting paper treat bags. I don't know if it's wide enough for some of those, but do something different and show us, or do it exactly the way I did and enjoy the craft. But the idea is to inspire each other, and there will be prizes. Okay, let's see here. How's my friends on Facebook doing? Are you guys getting in here? I'm on a second device that kind of needs to be reloaded every time. It's really funny. I don't know why it behaves that way, but let's see how everybody's doing over there, and we'll get started. I'm using Cajun Craze for the base of my bag-in-a-box, and it is 4¼ by 10½. So you can get 2 of these little bag-in-a-box out of every sheet of cardstock. So just keep that in mind if you're making a bunch of them. What you'll want to do is start with 8½. So imagine this is all the same color, right? And it's 8½ by 10, or 8½ by 10½. And you'll go on the 10½-inch side and you'll square out 1/2, 1 3/4, 5½, 6 3/4, and then cut it in half at 4¼ So you'll get 2 out of every piece, and you'll do the long side scoring once for every 2 bag-in-a-box you make, okay? Let's get started with our scoring. I'm gonna get my Simply Scored tool here. Hey Sonia, I'm glad you're here. Happy Thursday. I hope you guys will give this bag-in-a-box idea a try. Totally cased Pam Kovitz. You guys who hang out in the Craft Social might be familiar with Pam's name. She made some of these sunflower theme for a shower, and I just couldn't even. I was so inspired, I just had to go make one. All right, 10½-inch side. Again, 1/2, 1 3/4, 5½, 6 3/4. Now, if you had 8½ by 10½-inch sheet, that's where you would take this off, cut it in half, then put each of the half one at a time. 1 1/4 inch on the 4 1/4 inch side. 2 from every paper is really nice. Lisa says, I've missed these Thursday get-togethers. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I hope you'll give the idea a try too. If you're inclined, grab a piece of cardstock and make this little bag-in-a-box with me. You'll need 4 1/4 by 10½, and then your designer series papers, if you want to go and grab those while I'm working my score lines, are 2 1/4 by 3½, and 1 by 3½. You could probably just make one of these little boxes right along with me, then decorate it. All right, pick a theme of your choice, paper of your choice. I'm using the Sweet Days of Autumn, I think it's called. So let me see, where's my little, this is the new scrapbooking paper. I don't know if you guys have seen this one. It's 12 by 12 paper. Yeah, Sweet Days of Autumn. And we're also using the coordinating scrapbook release Autumn to Remember, along with the Labeled with Love bundle. I have not used my Labeled with Love bundle yet. This is the first time. I got this from the annual catalog. You can bundle it up and save 10%. You can get the bundle with dies if you prefer instead of a punch. So check that out. You guys, while I'm working this, and you're grabbing your supplies, if you want to try to make one along with me, get your medium envelope and cut the tab off, because I just used a clear medium envelope, and cut the sticky side off. I bet you if you took a regular Stampin' Up! Medium envelope and sealed it, and then stamped it, and then cut a decorative edge on the top, I bet you could probably use a paper envelope the same way inside of there. Just a little idea. If somebody gives it a try, share. Lisa says, I love that DSP, right? I think the scrapbooking brochure is kind of flying under the radar. If you guys don't know already, today is the last day for the Stampin' Up! Join promotion. $155 worth of product for $99 plus tax. No shipping. So if you've thought about joining, please get on the website, marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. Click on the join button on the top and put your starter kit together today. Earlier is better. That's why we're using some of these scrapbooking products, because the scrapbooking products, don't forget, they have wonderful fall and Christmas products there. And the pre-order products. So if you've been seeing a lot of pre-order videos on the interwebs, you can get your pre-order stuff in a starter kit. So you can get your new Valentine's stuff and those awesome otters in your kit if you want to. So if you've got any questions about that, just let me know. All right, bottom left corner's gone. Like I always do, I cut straight on the long rectangle and make the little square tabs into trapezoids. That's our bag, our box part of our bag in a box. And if you're just joining us, our bag part of the bag in a box is a medium Stampin' Up! Envelope with the adhesive cut off and tied up, filled with some treats, tied up with center stripe ribbon. All right, let's put our designer series paper on here. And I'm going to flip over by my YouTube friends. Tina says, hello, everyone, and Marissa, and from Maryland. I'm glad you're here. Happy Halloween to you, too. All right, you guys, it's turning out to be kind of a gray, gloomy one here, but it's dry so far, so good. All right, so we've got our little bag in a box. This is our challenge for Thursday. You have until next Tuesday to be considered for Prize Patrol. Come and share your bag in a box design. Inspired by Pam Kovitz. She's our featured stamper. I totally cased hers. I don't know if these are her measurements. Her box looks a little bit more square than my box does. But either way, I think that that's a pretty fun idea. And we're totally casing Pam this week for our challenge. I think that glue has seen better days. There we go. We're going to glue designer series paper on the front and the back of this box. I'm going to do my green one first, and then there's designed for a little bit of overlap. There are two sides of the same designer series paper here. I really don't think that this paper gets enough traction because it's kind of lost in that scrapbooking brochure. But there is tons of great product there. There's the new double-sided cardstock. There's a gorgeous couple of Christmas scrapbook kits, or a Christmas one and a winter one. There's a beautiful autumn scrapbook kit that goes with this that has even more designer series paper patterns that match this collection. So good stuff in that scrapbook brochure. Don't forget about it and check it out. All right, we've got our designer series paper on the front and back panels. And we're going to add some tear and tape adhesive, our little base for this treat. What do you guys think about the bag in a box? Is it fun? I hope you guys like it, and we'll take it in whatever direction you want. Hey, Linda Montoya is here. Hey, my friend. This is your challenge for today. Make one of these little bag in a box. If you find something else that fits, or use this idea a little bit different, we'll love to see it. The rules in the Craft Social are so simple. Use primarily Stampin' Up! Supplies. Please don't link away or direct people away from the Craft Social. Don't promote yourself, other stamp companies, or other demonstrators. And we do absolutely no buy, sell, or trade. Okay, I don't want to deal with the compliance on retired versus not retired stuff. So no moderating. We don't want to do buy, sell, trade. So that's it. All right, we've got our box coming together here. We're going to bring the tabs in. And if you've got the seam down the back of the box, then you're going to add some adhesive on the bottom flaps on the side that's facing you. So across the bottom of the bottom flap on the side that's facing you. And then what that does is make sure that your seams go to the back. So the side seam goes to the back, and then so will the bottom seam. Let me show you how that works. I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool and remove the liner on both of these. So what do you guys think? Anybody going to try this challenge? I hope. Jan says, love the idea of bag in a box, right? Just a little something different. Just a little something different. And if you're looking for something to do for, fall and Thanksgiving, this is a really great treats. I just pulled the colors from the treats, which happen to match the Sweet Autumn Days. Is that what it's called? I got to look at my note again. Yeah, Sweet Days of Autumn designer series paper. Wasn't it nice of Ghirardelli and Werther's to make wrappers for their new caramel apple Ghirardelli and pumpkin spice Ghirardelli to match the Sweet Days of Autumn designer series paper? Such a slam dunk no matter what you're making. Tomorrow we're going to make a Ghirardelli matchbook for Christmas, but it would translate pretty easily into like a Thanksgiving treat too. So grab your Ghirardellis. They'll there's a very good chance that they'll go half price with the Halloween candy tomorrow too. So grab your Sweet Days of Autumn, MarisaAlvarez.StampinUp.net, either an order or in your starter kit, and then tomorrow go to the Walmart and get your candy, see if you can get half price. All right, so you can see that we're going to bring the back to the front and then the front to the back, and what that does is we'll square it all up. It puts the seam down the back of the box on the side and the seam down the back of the box on the bottom. So nice and clean on the front. All right, we got to do some stamping next, but first we'll burnish that adhesive. And I'm going to pop my little treat bag. Why it's bag in a box, because there it is. Look cute. Oh my gosh, now they stand so cute. If you gave a treat bag like this, awesome, but these could stand at everybody's desk or everybody's place. Put that guy there. This is what we're making, in case you're just joining us. Not cute. All right, so I got one more layer to this challenge. Are you guys ready for a second layer to the challenge? This is optional. If you want to do something optional, make your bag in a box, use your primarily Stampin' Up! Supplies. But if you're like me, you probably have a, what I call the Stampin' Graveyard, right? It's where all the little extras go to be used later. But let's just face it. A lot of times it's where all the little extras go to die, right? You have a die cut and you decided to use a different color die cut, so you just put it in a bag. You have some stamped images and you took the time to cut them out, so you don't want to throw them away, so you just put them in a bag. You have some things and you're making projects and they're left over, so you just put them in a bag, right? Because you're going to use them later. You spent the time, you stamped it, you cut it, or you die cut it, or you punched it, or whatever you did, right? And you're definitely going to use it later. That's what I call the Stampin' Graveyard. So if you want a little extra challenge, make the bag in a box using your primarily Stampin' Up! Supplies, but also include a little something from the Stampin' Graveyard. All right, I'll show you mine in just a minute. First, I've got some crushed curry, Cajun Craze, Very Vanilla, and some crumb cake scraps. I've got Early Espresso, crumb cake, Cajun Craze, crushed curry, Old Olive Ink. My leaf stamps are all from Autumn to Remember, that beautiful scrapbooking stamp set. And I'm going to, you know what, let me do one thing first because I want to make sure that it's going to fit. This is my label from the Labeled with Love bundle. And I want to make sure it's going to work this way. Oh, good. I wasn't sure if I could do the other orientation, if I had to do the taller one for my label, but that worked just fine. All right, so that was Early Espresso and my label. Now, back to where I was. Old Olive on Very Vanilla for the leaf, and then another leaf, same set. Autumn to Remember. We're going to do two Cajun Craze on Cajun Craze. It's that distinctive look. So I love how the color on color, you get a really dark vein and then you get some shadows and texture on the leaf. Really cool. And then we're going to do crushed curry on crushed curry for our little, this is a maple and I don't know what this one is. Elm? I don't know. I'm guessing. I'm not good at this either. All right, set those aside for just a minute. Let them dry. Got my crumb cake. And like I showed you before, if you're just joining us, this box is as cute coming as it is going. Look at that. Do you guys see that? Is that just not the cutest way to finish a box? I especially wanted it like this way because if you put this on your Thanksgiving table, right? And you put this at the head of the table and you go down and around the table, right? And then one side of the table is looking at this in front of their plate, but they're looking at this on the other side of the table. So that's why anyway, too much method behind the madness. But let me get this little trim piece. This is from the Autumn to Remember stamp set. This one is so cute. This is worth its weight in gold. This could end up being like the new splatter for me, where you need a little something, where you need a little detail. just grab this little guy and stamp it. Look at how pretty. All right, so we've got that. Now let's get our greeting. Greeting is from Labeled with Love. It says enjoy today, and we're going to stamp it high in the label. And, oh, goodbye ads. Ugh, YouTube. Kathy says you always make the cutest boxes. Thank you. This one is inspired by our friend Pam Kovitz, who shared what she made for shower favors in the craft social, and I couldn't resist. I had to just, she's our featured stamper, and we're all going to case her this week for our challenge. All right, I've got a little acorn. The acorn is from Autumn to Remember. So my stamp sets, I only use two. I only use two stamp sets, but I'm trying to tell you which piece comes from which one. All right, there's your little acorn. Now, in the pre-recorded video, I almost forgot to color my acorn, so I'm going to do that really quick. A little Stampin' Blends. I didn't even wait for it to dry, so be careful when you use water-based ink like classic Stampin' Up inks with alcohol. You could blur your image. Maybe let it dry a little bit unless you're not feeling like living on the edge. I guess I'm feeling like living on the edge today. Muscraft says, I'm so making these as Thanksgiving favors. Good. They go pretty easy. And with the box, you can do the long side scoring, 2 boxes at one time, then cut it in half. If you weren't here at the beginning, check that out. It should go pretty quick. I'm going to clear away my ink pads, and then we'll punch out the label and deal with our images. Now, Autumn to Remember does not have dies, so feel free to grab leaves from a set with dies if you don't love to fussy cut. Please check out the pre-recorded video for this project if you don't love fussy cutting, because I did go through, I haven't done it in a long time, and gave all of my top tips for fussy cutting that just make it so much easier. So you're going to cut out the little trim for the back. So cut off the last 2 loops. Let me show you. And then it's the perfect length. When you're fussy cutting, you always move the paper. The scissors just cooperate. See how you just wiggle it down? It really, this set is not a hard fussy cut, and you get a lot of great bang for your buck. Check out the pre-recorded video, though, if you're like, I don't hate fussy cutting, I'm just not good at it. I gave some great tips for that. All right, so then we're going to fussy cut our old olive leaf and our 2 kinds of crushed curry Cajun curries. And don't worry, those will get used for my little bag in a boxes, but so that we don't have to cut in real time. Here's my little fussy cut bits. Leave a little border around your bits. Like on the vanilla, you can really see the little border, but I do the same border on my tone-on-tone bits. Why? Because when you punch with a Stampin' Up punch or die cut with the Stampin' Up dies, whichever bundle you got, you're going to get a little border around your label anyways. So since you're going to have a little border around your label anyways, you might as well make sure that all your elements have that little border. That way, everything looks cohesive. All right, so it's got a little vanilla border, so does everything else have a little border. It also gives you a place to hide if you don't cut super tidy. All right, so we're talking about the graveyard challenge as item number 2 on the challenge. The first thing is our bag in a box, inspired by Pam. I love our craft social. You guys are so inspiring. Thank you for the idea, Pam. I don't know if my measurements are exactly hers, but Pam, when you see this, let us know. But besides making the bag in a box itself for the challenge this week, you get extra bonus points if you use something from the graveyard. So for me, I had a card front that was crumb cake, and it was stamped. Let's see if I can get let me take that out of there, see if I can get the camera to focus. There we go. It was stamped with that knit background, just crumb cake on crumb cake. And I had a whole big piece of it. And I'm like, like sweater texture would be really cool. So I just cut it down, pulled it out of the scrap bin, cut it down to 3/4 of an inch by 3 inches. And then what I'm going to do is to really like even take it up another notch over the stamping. So you guys might have that one. It is a retired Stampin' Up! Background. And I don't know why I saved it. I made a whole bunch of really cute cards with a knit background. It was that sweater stamp set, the one that was so punny with the sweater and the typewriter and the plants. And so I had extra and I kept it. So why not use it? It looks really, really good here. But we're going to take it up another notch and we're going to add some physical texture to it. So let me put this aside. I'm going to grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I've got my, what is this one called? Dashing Designs folder. And I'm going to just run that through over top of the stamping. All right, Nadine says such a good idea for table treats, right? I don't know if you guys are like me too. The table treats at our Thanksgiving always ended up being like the first course of dessert, right? After dinner, we wouldn't serve dessert right away because everybody was stuffed. So then everybody would start to get a little bit munchy, and the diehard Thanksgiving fans at my house would go back and make themselves like a turkey sandwich. So the diehard food, Thanksgiving food fans would have a turkey sandwich and have dinner number 2. But the ones with the sweet tooth would dive into their table favors. And by the end of the night, everybody would have an empty box to take home. And, it's a dessert appetizer is what it would turn out in our house. You guys, let's see. Tina says 80 degrees in Maryland today. Is it gray or sunny? We're gray and windy, but I have no idea what the temperature is. 59 it looks like. 59 in the Chicago area and windy, like super windy. I can't wait to let the chickens out and watch them blow around. All right, so this is, now we've got kind of a double texture thing going on here. And it just adds a little bit of interest to the front. And it was just sitting there in my stamping graveyard. So if you want to participate in the craft social, you're going to see a picture that looks like this, right? And on the picture that looks like this is going to be an invitation for you to share in the comments your bag in a box. So first thing I want you to do is share a picture. And then for bonus points, tell us what you pulled out of your stamping graveyard. All right, let's get this guy put together. We're almost done here. They're actually really, really fast to do. And if I were doing these for my Thanksgiving table, which you never know, I would make all of my boxes in like that 2-for-1 kind of method. And then I would do all my stamping and fussy cutting, and then I'd put everything all together. And I'd probably do stamping and fussy cutting with like some YouTube videos or something, watching some TV, and then put them all together. If you were going to make these and you wanted to substitute Autumn to Remember for a different leaf set you have, that is great too. A couple of the leaves are pretty interchangeable. I think that the star of the show really is more the labeled with love though, but that little acorn, isn't that cute? All right, so we've got our big leaves on there. We've got this little guy here. Now this guy is gonna have to go on with a combination of dimensional, like over at the bottom of this label, and then it's gonna need some liquid glue where it goes over the leaf because the leaf's already on dimensionals. So a little combo glue action going on there. Joe says, love the layers of texture. Isn't that crazy? Just was sitting there. And I'm like, I can't just leave that sitting there. It's too cute. It's got to go on the project. I know that the little knit background stamp is retired, but some of you guys bought it because I used it quite a bit. And so I was like, I'll just do it. I know that you probably got it. And if you don't, you can use a little embossing folder like the dash ones if you're trying to do just like mine. All right, so I'm going to add a couple of dimensionals. I'm putting them on the box this time because I noticed that my layers are a little high and low because this one's like double dimensional right here. And then this one's, I had to put a double dimensional to hold it up. So what I'm trying this time on this one is put the dimensional on the box so that it's all the same, all the same level. Maybe that's going to work, or maybe it's not. Oh, I think I still need to have to double dimensional it. Okay. I don't know how to get this thing level, but we're going to try. So I do think I'm going to have to double dimensional it, but that'd be easy because I'll just take this one. It's already double because the leaf is on dimensionals and the banner is up one. So then I'm going to have to double dimensional right here. So I'll stack it. And I have to double dimensional over here. So I'll stack it. And that will hopefully make my label lay a little bit smoother, because I was noticing it was looking a little high, a little low. All right, then we can add that guy on there. Oh yeah, totally level. That was the answer right there. All right, then this guy's gonna go on with a little bit of dimensional all the way at the end. And we'll just tuck that in. Aren't the colors so pretty? Totally inspired by the wrappers of the Ghirardelli candies, but it's very serendipitous that Ghirardelli decided to make wrappers to match Stampin' Up's Sweet Days of Autumn designer series paper. Don't you think that that was very fortunate? Kathy says 50 here in South Jordan, Utah. A little bit cooler than it is here. And let's see here. Such a great idea for table treats. Thank you, Nadine. Tina says it's bright and sunny. That's nice. The kids here are going to get blown around the block for trick-or-treats. Mozart says 78 and sunny in central MA. MA, Massachusetts? MA? There's too many M's. Tell me if I'm right. Not fall at all. No, that is not fall at all for sure. I'm not opposed to this weather, and I'm going to be very honest. It was me. I did it. If anybody doesn't like it, you can tell me about it. But the leaves have been so beautiful, and the days have been so warm, and blue skies, and so I've honestly been praying that God would make it last till at least Christmas, right? And what you might not know is that I'm in the Chicago area, so there's no way that this kind of weather will last until Thanksgiving, let alone Christmas. But I've been enjoying my morning walks so much, and it's been just beautiful. But it's definitely not fall weather here either. Today is 59 and windy. That's more like it. But we were really enjoying some very Indian summer-esque kind of weather. All right, I glued my little leaf on. Now let's get to our embellishments. There's never too much embellishments. I've got my faux glass dots here. I'm going to pull a little bit more Old Olive. I love the 4 colors here, and they've got kind of a frost finish on them. I think the texture dots, the ones that are like brass, would be really awesome for this too, but I was looking for a little pop of color. I wanted to pull a little bit more green. I was thinking about doing a different color this time. Do I dare? Yeah, let's be daring. So I've been using the Old Olive. Let me show the camera a little closer. Really pretty frost, right? And then now today we're going to be really brave, because some days you just have to be brave. And we're going to use the Cajun Craze on there. Oh, that's pretty. There's the Cajun Craze. And I've been saving my very favoriteest little part until last. Look at the tiny itty bitty little bow on the acorn. Let's do that with some linen thread, and we'll catch up on some comments. You guys, thanks for spending some time with me. I hope you are enjoying the project. It's a super simple idea. Cute little way to take a beautiful treat bag. You could add a little tag on there or add a little leaf on there if you need to make a lot of them. But it's a cute way to add a little something extra treat bag. It'll stand. Oh, you know what else we didn't do? Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Who's in charge here? Hang on. I made such a big deal about how it's so cute coming and going. All right. We're going to do the best detail on the back, followed by the best detail on the front, and we'll chat. All right. So on the back, where the papers, look at, cute, right? I mean, if you got to stare at that across the table from you and somebody else's place setting, like yours is this way and somebody else, not bad, right? But when you finish it up with this little detail, it just comes all together. And on a like a table setting, you're going to see the guy across the table from you. You're going to see the back of their favor. So let's finish it up, should we? Kathy says, great project, love it. It's all Pam Kovitz. She just inspired me. So go check out hers on the Craft Social, Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social. It's facebook.com/group/Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social. Links in the description. I already pinned Pam's projects that inspired this. So go check that out. Thank you. I think it's very, very cute too. I think hers is kind of square compared to mine, but I just had her picture and was totally inspired, so I ran with it. Tony says, off to do 4 hours of volleyball playoff ticket scans for 2 championship games in the district. Whoa! You're going to be busy this afternoon. Let's see here. Look at you guys. Tony says, happy Halloween to all our friends. Happy Halloween. I love that you guys know each other from the Craft Social and you greet each other such a way. You guys are the best. Tony says, such a cute box as always. Been making different boxes on and off for the last few weeks using all your amazing boxes. Some adjusting sizes, but the same ideas. Thanks for sharing all your amazing things. It's my pleasure. Thank you for spending some time with me. I hope you guys will try this one. Check it out on the Craft Social. Please, when you go over to the Craft Social in featured, so some of you will be looking at it and there will be a featured section across your screen. Some of you will have to hit the featured tab to see it, depending on what your view is like. But check out the featured tab and check out Pam's shower favors, because she totally inspired our challenge. She inspired this project today, and leave her some love too. She did sunflowers and they are just gorgeous, just gorgeous. All right, we're gonna add a little bow on the top of our acorn. I used a little tiny bit of multi-purpose liquid glue on the back of the knot, so you could roll up a glue dot if you want to. And there it is. There's our bag in a box. Catherine Edwards, that's so cute. Hey, thanks. Be sure to check out, oh, let me do this because now we've got Old Olive dingles and Cajun Craze dingles and Old Olive dingles. So we have to set them up that way. All right, you guys. If you've got any questions about the project, you can email me. If you've got any questions about joining, if you haven't really paid close attention to what's going on right now in Stampin' Up! Product, there is a pre-order for demonstrators only, but new demonstrators can put the pre-order products in their starter kits, $155 worth of product for just $99. You can add the scrapbooking products. If you haven't seen these yet, I think they're flying under the radar. There's beautiful white core, two-tone cardstocks, scrapbooking kits to match some of the suites in the holiday catalog. Then there's also the things that we use today, the Sweet Days of Autumn Designer Series paper, the Autumn to Remember stamp set. These might be kind of new to you if this brochure has flown under the radar, but check that out. You can add the scrapbooking products to your starter kit if all of a sudden you've got a wish list between the new two-tone cardstock and all the great autumn products here. That'll be perfect for Thanksgiving. $155 for $99 isn't a bad deal, and a 20% discount on all of your orders, up to 25%. So think about it. If you've got questions, Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com or call text. I'm here. Let's see here. Today is the last day. Don't wait till the last minute. Everybody waits till the last minute and then the internet goes wonkadoodle. So if you've been thinking about it, jump on. Jan says, love the sunflowers and love the leaves. I'm glad you love both. Go check out Pam's bag in a box and leave her some love. And then you'll see a picture like this on the Craft Social shortly. and an invitation to share your bag in a box. You've got until Tuesday the 5th to be considered for prize patrol, and you can play the challenges anytime. There's dozens and dozens and hundreds of them on the Craft Social. If you're looking for a kick in the pants to get crafting, I needed a kick in the pants to get crafting. Thank you, Pam Kowitz, for the inspiration and for sharing it on the Craft Social. She's our featured stamper this week at the Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social. All right, let's see what else. Hello, Mary Ellen from Montana. I'm glad you're here. I hope you'll give our bag in a box a try. We've got a medium Stampin' Up! Envelope, cut off the adhesive tab, filled it with some great goodies. Then I took the great goodies. These are Ghirardelli squares, caramel apple and pumpkin spice. I took that and used it as inspiration, paired it up with our Sweet Days of Autumn Designer Series paper, and now you've got the perfect little table favor. You can't stand a treat bag up like that, right? But you can stand up a bag in a box. Look at them. All right, you guys, if you make it, share. I'm so excited. Jen says, thanks, Pam, for the inspiration. Yep, she's definitely poured on the inspiration. Check out the other sunflower projects on that post. It's pinned to featured, and leave her some love. Massachusetts. M-A, Massachusetts. I don't even remember what I guessed before. Massachusetts. I don't know. All the M ones drive me nuts. There's a lot of them. I don't know. I don't want to think too hard about that. It's Halloween. Nobody should have to think that hard on Halloween. Melanie says, catch in the end, I hope. Will like, share, and rewatch. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. That means a lot to the channel. Before you leave, please hit the subscribe button. Follow us. Set your notifications. We're live tomorrow at noon. Our schedule roughly generally is 2 p.m. every other Thursday. I'm in Central Time. And 12 noon every Friday for live content. So come back and see us again. Joe says, I'm going to have to make a few of these and see what fits. I love when you see what fits, my friend. And share on the Craft Social, please. If you find what fits, cute treat, let me know. I just did sock cupcakes for Desi's school co-workers. Desi's a teacher, and so I had some Halloween socks. I did sock cupcakes. I twist the socks into like a cupcake shape. I swirl them, and then I put it in a cupcake wrapper. I have an old die. Then I put a nail polish, and on the top of the sock cupcake, it's just socks in a twist. There's videos on my blog. I put like a little Halloween ring or some vampire teeth, and then put it all in a treat bag. So I did sock cupcakes for Desi's coworkers. Maybe a pair of fun like fall socks, or do it in a Christmas theme and fold up a pair of cute socks, or magic stretchy gloves. Sometimes you can find really cute ones. Sometimes you can only find plain ones, like plain colors, but sometimes you can find some really cute ones. Like a folded magic stretchy glove would be really cute in there too. So it doesn't have to be a bag in a box. It can be something else that looks cute sticking out. But I had to do the bag in a box because that's how Pam did it. Oh no, just joining. I'll definitely catch the replay for your great project. Hey, Mary, check it out, and I hope you'll give it a try. We're talking Thanksgiving table favors here. So we did enjoy today, the little treat bag inside. And you can't just, I mean, you could put that on the table, right? But this way, your little favor is going to stand up. And then we made sure that it was as cute coming as it is going, because the guy across the table has to look at the back of the treat box on the other side, right? So it's as cute coming and going. It's our challenge for this week. Give it a try and share. Tina says, have a great evening all. Yep, everybody enjoy the day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow at noon if you're so inclined for a really simple, cute Christmas favor. I'm on a Ghirardelli kick this weekend, so we're gonna have a little Ghirardelli peppermint bark treat tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. I can't wait to see your challenges. Bye guys, I'll see you tomorrow.